I think when you look at the way we teach, the educational philosophy and the processes that our teachers utilize to educate children, the facility that we were in did not lend itself at all to that kind of learning.
There was always this problem with the old Maple School. Just things that the teachers, the administrators, everybody had to contend with.
There were a number of issues with the old Maple, from heating and cooling to no light in classrooms to space issues, along with flooding in the building. We would have spent a ton of money, millions and millions of dollars, renovating a space that would have still been the same space. So that's why we looked at going out for a referendum.
Let's take a step back and ask the community to see if that's what they want us to do with Maple School. All of these buildings are community assets. For us to pause and take a look at what our options were, I think was a very wise move by our Board of Education, wise move by our administrative team to step back and ask that question. And that's where it began.
So when we first started, we knew we needed to have the entire community behind us. We knew we had one chance to do it.
From the beginning, this was a very community intense, collaborative process.
So the Citizen Task Force was designed to analyze the problem and make a recommendation to the Board of Education on which direction we should go. Put our money into the old Maple School or shift and build a brand new facility that would serve our students for generations to come.
It really touched every part of the school community, and it took everybody's involvement really to understand what we needed with this new school and to also affect the change necessary, and then that change was getting the referendum passed. By just engaging with the community and different community groups and doing all sorts of different venues to educate the community, we really had an opportunity to hear from a lot of different people, and really what we found is that the community was super excited about it, that the results were fantastic in the referendum that passed. It was an overwhelming majority of people supported the new school.
The school came around in 18 months, which is almost unheard of.
I think the Northbrook Glenview community sees the value of education and educating their children.
I have always been proud to live in this community and amazed at the support this community gives education. We knew it was an exciting thing because you're starting with a truly blank canvas. Just about every decision that's been made, and there's thousands of them, have been verified and looked at through multiple eyes.
I think our vision was to involve as many people as possible, from the community, our teaching staff, our student population. And I think when you involve the community in an effort to design, to envision a new learning facility, you end up with something very special.
What we found was slightly lacking in the existing facility that we tried to incorporate here was that sense of creating curiosity.
Our drivers were flexibility, collaboration, playfulness, natural light, and of course safety. And all those things went into the design of this new building.
From a technology standpoint, from a natural light standpoint, from a collaborative space standpoint and social aspect is really second to none. The modern school building is much different now than the modern school building was 20 years ago.
The old building across the way didn't really have room for a technology lab, so they retrofitted a room into that. Doesn't really work very well like the technology lab will work here. The science labs over there are the most modern part of the building, and they were built in 1975.
From our physical education facilities to our band, orchestra, choir facilities to the classrooms themselves that have flexible furniture, they have natural light, they're fun. They're going to be fun for teachers to teach in, but really, they're going to be really fun for students to learn in.
The closing ceremony was designed to capture the parts of our culture that we want to bring with us and to celebrate a facility that has served this community very well.
It was a celebration. It was a celebration of years of a special place for a lot of students and a lot of teachers. We were saying goodbye to something very, very special. There were some tears, but there was also a lot of laughter about the stories and about the history.
As the last day of school rolls by, for teachers and for students alike, let's not be downcast by this Maple's destruction, but look forward to the new one across the street. Save a few memories, but there's no need to remember the values. They will continue to make the new Maple a special place for students to learn and grow.
This truly is a community effort. This is our school. Thank you all, from present and past, for generating the culture that we enjoy and celebrate today.
I think for a lot of people, including me, it was a little emotional too, just because my kids went to that school, and I know so many people that went to that school and have spent so much time there.
Talking to students and reconnecting with alum and former teachers, we are lucky to be here, and we have a terrific foundation that has been built through time by caring, committed people who love our students and love this place. Connecting with the alumni through time helped me understand and really deepen my appreciation for the relationships, care, and love of all students that this place has been about. That whole foundation is coming with us to this new school.
It's amazing to be sitting in here today and looking at the kids coming in the building, and just the look on their faces to be able to realize that this is where they're going to be being taught. It's amazing.
We've seen this building go from conceptual drawing to foundation to what you see in front of you today. And it's been a ton of work. It's been a lot of time and energy and a lot of fingerprints on this place. This is actually a day I've dreamt of, to see our students in the space appreciating it.
When kids want to come to school, they're going to learn. We need them to show up first. Once they show up, we can do a good job of educating them. So I think their excitement today was pretty special.
I think ultimately our kids are our future, and I think people really need to realize that with all the chaos going on in the world today, it's really easy to lose sight of that. I think communities are built around wonderful schools. I think honestly, just to see the expressions on their faces and the light in their eyes when they walk through that door, and just the awe that you experience, not only the kids, but the parents that came with them, I think is really the most rewarding thing that you can experience.
Seeing the end result gives me chills sitting here today. It is such a spectacular facility, one that's going to meet the needs of our students for many, many, many years to come.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I thank our Maple staff and students and members of our community that supported this initiative from start to finish. I was never more proud to live in this community. Today is truly a historic day. 3, 2, 1, cut!
Today, we stand in this amazing new Maple School. As you look around, you can't help but be blown away by our new home. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone involved with making this a reality for the students in front of you. The administration, the teachers, the community for their support. Even though it's a new building, we are still the old Maple School. It's about who we are as Mustangs and the community that we built together.
Anytime you go after something that's this big, I think it is a tremendous risk. And I would say to our Board of Education, thank you for taking that risk. And to our community, thank you for trusting us with this charge to build this new Maple School that will educate students current and in the future for years to come.